Internet, what's really good? Justin here, and today I'll be showing you games you might have missed, something I haven't done in quite some time. Although in another video, unless that video hasn't come out yet or you just haven't seen it, but I did say something regarding to this series. If not, then just disregard all this entirely. Either way, today's game is Castlestorm, a game that is out also on PSN and Xbox Live Arcade. But I am playing this one on a PC. I got it through the Steam sales, and I believe it roughly costs $9.99 regularly. And for on sale, if you just want the game itself, it's less than $4 for sure. And just for the hell of it, because it was so cheap, I did get the full pack, which includes 2 other DLCs as well. This was made by Zen Studios not too long ago from whenever this video was released. I believe end of 2013. But Zen Studios, I really never heard of them too much. When I saw some developer commentary on this game, they got some pretty sick accents, so they're definitely European. And when I did look them up, they did a few games, most notably pinball games like Pinball FX2 and stuff like that. So I didn't know exactly how smooth this game would be, and I was really pleasantly surprised. You can think of this game as a hybrid between Angry Birds, Tower Defense, and in some cases Capture the Flag. When I did look up this game, like trailers and gameplays and stuff, I was like, cool, I can use this as a little time waster to get through the day or whatnot, or casually just play it on the side while I watch a movie or, listen to a podcast, stream, stuff like that. But when I did actually get to play it, I was much more interested in the game than doing anything else. It became much more intense than I ever imagined it could be. So I'm going to show off the game just a little bit so you guys can get the idea of what it's all about. I haven't quite beaten this game all the way through. There is a second campaign which differs from the first in that you get different toys to play with, so I'm really looking forward to that one. And before we jump into campaign, I'd like to note that there is a multiplayer for this game, but I haven't done it quite yet. So I don't know if it's stable or if anyone's even playing, so you're going to have to go through a little bit of extra research for that. When I did get this game, I didn't even know there was multiplayer, so I was paying this price just for campaign, and even if there was multiplayer or not, I would actually pay full price for this game. But even at that, it's not too expensive. Like I said, $5 to $10, depending if there's a sale or not, and maybe depending on console, I'm not too sure. Like I said, this is PC, so this Master Race gets the sales all the time. But either way, it's not too expensive for a really fun game. So when you do hit the campaign menu, you're obviously not going to have all these missions right away. You actually get them quite quickly. The important thing here is obtaining all the stars, and as you can see, I don't quite have all of them yet. I'm missing quite a few, but they're all obtained through different ways. As you can see here, hopefully I don't pick a too complicated of a mission so I don't embarrass myself, but you get stars for accuracy, difficulty, and this part will change here depending on what it is. For instance, this one is multi-kill, some of them are magic kills, stuff like that. There's your main objective, and also finishing the bonus objective will also give you another star. So before you start the actual battle, you can actually change your equipment and organize your castle as you please. I guess we can go through equipment first, and you can see how all these work when I'm actually on the battlefield. And you can change your projectiles around the things you shoot. For instance, your single shooter or your triple shot. This is essentially a grenade. This is very effective against enemy castles or multiple enemies. And then you have spells which are quite strong. For instance, you can send this guy out on the battlefield and actually control him. You have stuff like higher defense. This actually blocks projectiles from attacking your castle, and this wipes out all enemies currently on the screen. And then you have your troops and your bonus rooms. The thing about the troops and the bonus rooms is that they must be within your created castle for it to actually be in effect. So those are your troops right here. You can only have 5, so even if you have room to make more within your castle, they won't allow you to. And these are your bonus rooms, which you can create all of them as you please. For instance, this has faster food generation to create more troops, bonus gold, higher defense, and so forth and so on. the cool thing is, as you progress through the level, they actually give you a preset number of castles, which works effectively if you're like me and you're lazy or you're not very creative. You should see, or maybe you don't want to see, the Lego things that cannot build. But as you see, as the higher the level you go, the more rooms that they build for you. But the cool thing is, if you don't want a room there, or you want a certain troop for a specific mission, you can actually easily go to the editor and swap them out yourself. Or if you want to start from scratch, you're able to do that as well. They give you, or when you do build a castle, you only have a set number of pieces you can have on screen, and a very limited amount of space as well. So they do give you 50 save slots for castles, which is kind of an overkill, but if you're really wanting to build castles, they do have room for you. Well, I think I picked a map where I can show you guys at least the basics of the game without it getting too crazy. So this is the basics of the tower defense portion of the game. You just click whatever you use to fire, and as you saw earlier, you can, whatever you choose here is what you can choose during the actual missions. And as you see here, when you get 5 or more kills with your ballista without the help of your troops, you can use any weapon without any cooldown. So there's that, which helps tremendously. And as far as the Angry Birds portion of the game, it is destroying the castles however way you want, which in this case, because I'm getting so many frenzy kills, is to use those rocks, which I won too fast. Let me do that over. This game does have a little bit of backstory to it, but I pretty much skipped through most of it, so I hardly know what is going on. So who knows if it's good or not? It probably is. I noticed it has a little bit of quirky little humor to it. For instance, one mission you actually cannot use your troops because they have a little bit of stomach flu and they're all trying to get to the bathroom, and there's another instance where they're actually all on strike. So little things like that kind of make this a little funny, as you saw that guy get slapped in the back of the head. So like I said, because I won the other map a little too quickly, I picked something hopefully I can pace myself just a little bit more. Because I lost my train of thought earlier, I may or I may not repeat a few things. And I guess before all that happens, I can show you guys how magic works. This is one of the skills you can call upon. Essentially, he's classed as a hero. You can send him on the battlefield and actually control him, and he's extremely strong. Even as you can see, most troops are higher level than me. I think I only leveled this guy up twice. Yeah, level 3. But yeah, you can essentially control him on the field. He can block, he can do pretty much everything a normal unit can do, but it's just extremely stronger. I did mention this game has a little bit of capture the flag elements to it, as you saw there, and even on my side there are flags right behind these doors that take a while to destroy. Let me just send out some troops to be careful. So you can see here the flags. Even if the map does not have the requirement of winning by capturing the flag, units will still go after the door, and you can go after the door as well. They'll basically go here. If there's a flag, they'll go here, and their priority becomes the flag, and the priority of enemy units, or whoever has the flag, the enemy units will go after the flag carrier, and the AI will go after the flag carrier as well. But even if, like I said, even if the flag's not there, they'll still go in this area. Unfortunately, they cannot help you destroy the castle, so they'll just go in here for no reason and backtrack towards to your castle and do one more lap as long as they're alive. Here I can demonstrate another magic special, which is heal. You can heal the big guy right here. You can pretty much heal anybody as you please. And I don't believe, I don't want to sound stupid, but I don't think I touched on the castles quite yet. And as I stated in the equipment or the castle menu, you can change things around to your liking. Obviously the enemies will be different from yours. And again, let me send out some troops just for safety. And if I time this correctly, I can end myself talking and win at the same time, unlike earlier. But Knowing me, that is not going to happen at all, but we're going to try as I'm stalling here. But the castles here will be different, and as I said, your troop rooms right here, you can see all the troops here, and the bonus rooms must be intact for it to actually, and I have the flag right now, so they need to be intact for it to have an effect on your current mission, as you will. For example, this is my production room, and as you saw earlier, the units here are represented by numbers to see how much each unit is actually worth. Obviously the stronger units are worth more, and this is a big prime example of a bonus room because it raises your production value. As you see right here, my maximum right now is 156, and you can see it's raising up extremely fast. If that room gets destroyed, then this number will slow down considerably, and hopefully this guy will get killed or something. So this will slow down considerably, and the same thing for the other bonus rooms as well. For instance, I'll lose bonus gold here, and I believe this will lower my maximum amount of units I can have on the field. As far as the troop rooms go, if those are destroyed, same thing with the enemies, of course. I will no longer allowed to call out those units for the duration of the mission. So obviously you want to have those as far back as possible so they can be defended the most and hardest to hit, and you can organize it any way you wish. Like I said, you have a set amount and this round's over, but I think I pretty much explained the basics of this game. Like I said, I did finish the other mission quite fast, and this one as well, but because I'm much more leveled than I really need to be during this area. And once even playing on hard, you'll see how hectic this game and fun it can actually be. Every once in a while it can get frustrating, but it is fun, and pretty much you're gonna backtrack a lot trying to get the rest of these stars. But for the most part, that is it. As you can see, there's another campaign. Those two are DLC. This is another campaign which you can actually use Vikings, which they have different weapons and other tools you can use, so I'm looking forward to that. But for the most part, that is Castlestorm. It is a fun game, and for such a low price, I don't see why not. I did say, even if you wanted to use it as a time waster, sometimes it may not end up being that way. So far it does not have, I believe it doesn't have iPad or tablet and iOS support, so I don't think it'll be on mobile phones, but I can definitely see it being on tablets because there's a lot going on, and you kind of need a lot of screen space for you to do all the things I just showed. Once again, I highly recommend this game. It is extremely fun, and for such a low price. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you take some time in looking at this game. And hit me up and tell me you actually played it and enjoyed it, or even if you didn't enjoy it, just be sure to hit me up. All the links and stuff obviously will be provided. Thanks again. Thanks for following and supporting. This has been Castlestorm. This has been Justin. Thanks, and I'll see you guys soon.